You know that moment in the supermarket when you reach for the healthy snack? The protein bar with the green leaves on the front. The veggie chips that look like a smarter choice than regular chips. The muesli bar that screams oats and honey like it basically grew on a farm. But here's the thing, a lot of these snacks are only healthy on the front of the pack. On the back, you start seeing sugar in multiple forms. Tiny serve sizes that make the numbers look nicer than they feel. And in some cases, official recall notices that most shoppers never even hear about. In today's video, we're exposing 10 healthy snacks that aren't healthy, at least not in the way the packaging makes you believe. We're going to break down the label tricks, the ingredient games, and the quality red flags that matter for your wallet and your confidence in what you're buying. And at the end, I'll reveal 3 snacks you can actually trust. Not because they're perfect, but because they keep it simple, they're transparent, and the label matches the vibe. Plus, I'll show you exactly what to look for so you can spot these tricks yourself next time you're in the aisle. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you might change how you shop forever. Now, let's kick things off with number 10. 10. Veg chips, sweet and sour. The veggie chip that sounds like a smarter snack, commonly found in major supermarkets and health food aisles. On the surface, it feels like a win. Vegetables, bright packaging, a flavor that sounds lighter than a greasy chip. But here's what they don't tell you. A veggie chip can still be a starch chip. If the base is mostly cassava and tapioca, you're still eating a refined carb snack, just in a different costume. Then look at the flavor profile. Sweet and sour snacks often rely on added sugar and salt to hit that addictive balance. And this is where the health halo becomes a trap. Because people snack harder when they think it's better. Who should be cautious? If you're buying these because you're trying to cut back on salty snacks, treat them like chips, not like vegetables. The better approach? If you want a crunchy snack that actually behaves like a whole food, go for roasted chickpeas, plain popcorn, or nuts. And if you do buy these, check the nutrition per 100 grams, not just the front. But that's not the worst of it. Number 9 gets even more healthy on the front and even more processed on the back. 9. Calbee Harvest Snaps Baked Pea Crisps, the baked pea snack with a serious health halo, commonly found at Coles and Woolworths. The surface appeal is obvious. It's peas. It's baked. It's positioned like a better alternative to chips. Now here's the part most people miss. Pea crisp does not mean peas in a bag. These products are made by turning peas into a processed base, then rebuilding the crunch. So the texture is engineered, not natural. Then you look at the ingredients and you start seeing the classic ultra-processed markers. Things like added sugars, starches, and flavor boosters. That doesn't make it evil, but it does mean it's not the clean, simple snack your brain imagines when you hear peas. And now we add the quality angle. Food Standards Australia-New Zealand has issued recall alerts for snack products in this space, including allergen issues. That matters because healthy shoppers often include people who are extra cautious with ingredients. Who should be cautious? Anyone managing sodium. And anyone with allergies who assumes plant-based means simple. The better approach? If you love the idea of a savory, crunchy snack, choose roasted legumes with short ingredient lists. Or make popcorn and season it yourself. Speaking of snacks that look innocent because they're small, number 8 is one you've probably given to kids without thinking twice. 8. Table of Plenty Mini Rice Cakes Berry Yogurt Topped, the portion-controlled sweet snack commonly found at Woolworths and other supermarkets. The surface appeal is all about psychology. Mini size, cute pieces, berry and yogurt, which sounds wholesome. And often there's a claim like, only a certain number of calories per pack. But here's what the back of the pack usually reveals. A yogurt coating is still a coating. And coatings are where sugar and added fats love to hide. So instead of rice plus yogurt, you can end up with sugar plus vegetable fat plus a little dairy wrapped around rice. Then there's the serve size trick. Mini snacks make it easy to eat 2 packs and still feel like you ate just a little. That's not a moral failure. That's packaging design doing its job. Who should be cautious? If you're buying this as a low-sugar snack for kids or for yourself during a cut, this one can sneak up fast. The better approach? If you want rice cakes, go plain and add your own topping, or swap to fruit plus yogurt you portion yourself. And if you think that's nitpicky, wait until you see number 7, because it markets fruit in a way that can seriously mislead shoppers. 7. Uncle Toby's Roll-Ups Rainbow Fruit Salad, the fruit snack that feels like a lunchbox staple commonly found at Coles and Woolworths. The surface appeal is powerful. It's fruit-themed. It looks like a fun way to get kids eating fruit. And it feels better than lollies. Now here's the truth. A fruit snack is not the same as fruit. A lot of these products rely on concentrates, purees, added sugars, and starches to create that sticky texture. So you can end up with a snack that behaves more like a sweet than a piece of fruit. Then there's the dental reality. Sticky, sugary snacks cling. That's a practical concern for parents, regardless of the marketing. And finally, look at the serving sizes. One roll looks small, so parents assume it's a light snack. But sugar density matters more than the size of the roll. Who should be cautious? If you're trying to reduce added sugar in lunchboxes, this is one to treat like an occasional treat, not a daily, healthy fruit snack. The better approach? Swap to real fruit, or dried fruit with no added sugar and keep portions sensible, or pair plain yogurt with chopped fruit. Now, if you think that's bad, number 6 is the classic wholesome bar that uses one tiny ingredient percentage to sell a whole story. 6. Nature Valley Crunchy Oats and Honey Bars, the Oats and Honey Classic, commonly found at all major supermarkets. The surface appeal is almost unbeatable. Oats, honey, crunchy. It reads like a hiking snack made by nature itself. But here's the trick. Honey can be a small percentage, while the sweetness comes mainly from other sweeteners. So you buy it for honey, but most of the sugar story is coming from sources that sound less romantic. Then look at how easy it is to overeat. Crunchy bars feel light. They don't fill you up the way real oats do because they're processed and portioned. So you snack and snack again. And now, the price angle. You're paying a premium for oats that have been compressed, sweetened, and marketed. If you built the same snack from plain oats, nuts, and a bit of honey at home, the value comparison gets uncomfortable fast. Who should be cautious? Anyone watching added sugars and anyone buying this as a better-than-a-biscuit snack every day. The better approach? If you love the crunchy bar format, hunt for bars where the first ingredients are actually oats and nuts, not sweeteners. And always compare per 100 grams, not per bar. If you're still with me, we're halfway. And number 5 is where the chewy category gets even sneakier. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, do me a favor, drop the number 47 in the comments. It helps me know you're getting value from these investigations. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next expose. Alright, let's keep going with number 5. 5. Uncle Toby's Chewy Choc Chip Muesli Bars, the lunchbox-friendly chewy bar, commonly found at Coles and Woolworths. The surface appeal is convenience, individually wrapped, tastes like a treat, and it sits in that grey zone where people call it a snack instead of a sweet. Now check the ingredient reality. Chewy texture usually comes from syrups, humectants, and processed binders. That's how you get a soft bar that survives weeks in a pantry. Then there's the sugar hiding. Chocolate chips add sugar, but the bar itself often contains multiple sweet components, so the sweetness is layered. And because it's positioned as a snack, people don't treat it like a dessert. They eat it on top of everything else. Who should be cautious? Parents who think muesli bar automatically equals healthy, and adults who use these as a daily snack at work. The better approach? If you want a bar, choose one with fewer sweeteners, more nuts, and a higher fiber base. Or do the simple swap, Greek yogurt plus fruit, or popcorn plus nuts. Now, speaking of healthy snacks sold in the health aisle, number 4 is where the protein label becomes a distraction from what really matters.
4. 28 Geo Go Bar Triple Choc Protein, the protein snack that looks like performance fuel, commonly found at Woolworths and online. The surface appeal is obvious. Protein branding, chocolate taste, a bar that promises you can snack like an athlete. Now here's the quality reality check. Food Standards Australia New Zealand published a recall for this exact product batch due to foreign matter, specifically plastic, tied to a specific best before date. That matters for 2 reasons. 1, it shows why you should pay attention to recall alerts even for premium health products. 2, it reminds you that health aisle does not mean higher manufacturing magic. Then look at the formulation style. Most protein bars achieve taste through a long list of ingredients, sweeteners, and fats. Again, not automatically bad, but it's not the same thing as a high-protein whole food. Who should be cautious? Anyone with kids grabbing these from the pantry, and anyone using protein bars as a daily habit without checking the nutrition panel. The better approach? Treat protein bars as an emergency option, not a foundation. And keep an eye on official recall alerts because recalls do not care about your intention. Now, number 3 is a big one because it involves an undeclared allergen and a product that markets itself as plant-based. 3. Snack Switch plant protein bar varieties, the plant protein bar that looks allergy-friendly, commonly sold through specialty nutrition stores, gyms, and online. The surface appeal is clean marketing. Plant protein, modern flavors. The vibe is better for you. Now, here's what actually happened. Food Standards Australia New Zealand published a recall alert for Snack Switch plant protein bar varieties due to an undeclared allergen, milk. That's not a small issue. If you have a milk allergy or intolerance, undeclared milk can be serious. And it's exactly the kind of shopper who might choose a plant protein product in the first place. Then there's the broader point. Plant-based is a values label. It's not a processing label. A plant-based bar can still be ultra-processed. It can still be sweetened heavily. And it can still be built on a long list of additives to get texture and taste. Who should be cautious? Anyone with milk allergies. And anyone buying plant protein products assuming they're automatically cleaner. The better approach? If you need a protein snack, try plain yogurt if you tolerate dairy, or roasted chickpeas, or nuts. And if you do buy bars, read allergens every single time. Brands change formulations. Now, if you think that's concerning, number 2 is the kind of recall that makes you rethink how much trust you put in whole food branding. 2. Tasty smushed whole food and protein balls and Aldi-made real whole food balls, the no added sugar snack balls, commonly found at Coles, Woolworths, and Aldi. The surface appeal is huge. Whole food, natural ingredients. Snack balls feel like the cleanest kind of packaged snack. Now here's the hard truth. Food Standards Australia New Zealand published recall alerts for tasty smushed whole food and protein balls due to potential foreign matter, metal. And they also published recall alerts for Aldi-made real whole food balls due to potential foreign matter, metal. That is not a nutrition debate. That is a basic safety and quality control issue. And it happened to products that are marketed as wholesome and better. Now, to be fair, recalls are part of a functioning safety system, but shoppers rarely connect the dots. They keep thinking whole food snack brand equals no problems. It doesn't. Who should be cautious? Everyone should pay attention here, especially families buying these for kids, especially people who eat them straight from the packet without looking. The better approach? Subscribe to recall alerts. And when you buy snack balls, store the box or take a quick photo of the date marking. If a recall hits, you'll actually be able to check. And now we're at number 1.
This is the final boss of healthy snack marketing because it shows how a single claim can mislead the people who need accuracy the most. 1. Muscle Nation Custard Protein Bar Cookies and Cream, the gluten-free looking protein bar commonly sold at major retailers and online. The surface appeal is performance marketing, custard flavor, protein positioning, and for many shoppers, the words gluten-free can be the deciding factor. Here's what happened. Food Standards Australia-New Zealand published a recall alert because the outer display box carried a gluten-free claim that was not correct. And this is crucial. The recall notice states the individual bars themselves had the correct labeling. The problem was the display box. But in the real world, shoppers see the box first.
People with gluten issues trust that claim.
And that's where the risk lives. Now add the bigger lesson. Protein bars can look like functional nutrition, but they're still processed snack products. They often rely on sweeteners, flavor systems, and texture agents to taste like dessert, which is why they're easy to overuse. Who should be cautious? Anyone with gluten allergy or intolerance, and anyone who treats protein bars as a daily meal replacement. The better approach? If you need gluten-free, rely on products with clear allergen statements on the individual pack, not just the box, and lean on simple protein snacks where possible. Now that we've exposed the ones to avoid, it's time to shift gears. Because not everything on Australian shelves is trying to trick you. Here are 3 snacks you can actually trust. Cobb's Popcorn Simply Sea Salt. This is one of the easiest label passes in the supermarket. The ingredient list is short and recognizable. It's basically corn, oil, and salt. No fruity promises. No protein miracle language. And because it's popcorn, the volume is high for the calories compared to bars and balls. Practical note, you'll usually find it in the chip aisle, not the health aisle. Check the unit price on bigger bags and don't assume family size is always better value. The Happy Snack Company Roasted Chickpeas Lightly Salted. This is a genuinely useful snack format. Legumes, crunch, usually a short ingredient list, and it actually behaves like a protein and fiber snack, not a sugar snack pretending. It's also one of the best swaps if you're craving chips but want something more filling. Practical note, look for the lightly salted versions and always check sodium per 100 grams because some flavors can climb fast. Cicada Rice Cakes Original or plain rice cakes with no sweet coating. This one is not exciting, and that's exactly why it works. Simple base, minimal ingredients, no fake berry yogurt coating story, and it's a great canvas. You can add peanut butter, hummus, tuna, or avocado and build a snack that actually fills you up. Practical note, rice cakes live in the cracker aisle. Buy plain, then flavor them yourself. So how do you spot these tricks yourself when I'm not there with you in the aisle? Here's your quick checklist. First, always check the unit price. Dollars per 100 grams or per litre, not just the shelf price. That's where healthy snack premiums show up. Second, read the ingredient list. If sugar appears in the first 3 ingredients under any name, glucose syrup, invert sugar, rice syrup, maltodextrin, it's a sweet snack, even if it's wearing activewear. Third, compare per serve to per 100 grams. If the serve size is suspiciously small, that's a red flag, because nobody eats one tiny serve in real life. Fourth, be careful with made with language. Made with oats can mean a small amount. Made with fruit can mean concentrate. If you want real fruit, choose fruit. Fifth, never assume plant-based equals clean. A plant-based bar can still be ultra-processed. Always read allergens and ingredients. Sixth, if you have allergies or intolerances, trust the allergen statement on the individual pack, not just the display box. Recalls can happen specifically because of packaging errors. Seventh, pay attention to recall alerts. Recalls are not rare, and they're not only for dodgy brands. they can hit premium, popular products too. Look, the Australian grocery landscape is full of marketing tricks designed to make you spend more while getting less. But when you know what to look for, you take back control. You vote with your wallet. And companies notice. If this video helped you see through the marketing, do me a solid. Hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with someone who needs to see it. Because the more Aussies who know these tricks, the harder it gets for brands to get away with them. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next episode where we uncover more hidden truths behind everyday Aussie products.